Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new series. Now, this is something that was suggested in the comment section a week or two ago, and I was contacted by a member of the clan chat, and he really helped me flesh out this idea of a Grand Exchange only series. Now, what this would be is I would have access to the Grand Exchange, and a couple other locations would be unlockable down the road. I could train any skill in the Grand Exchange or this next area, and I would be able to use the Grand Exchange for flipping, be able to use it for money making, and any skills I can do in there. Their trees, I would be confined to the area, but it would be a really interesting challenge. So I decided to actually end up doing it. So this is going to be episode 1. The restrictions are going to be, of course, the area, which I'll show you in a minute. No trading. I'm allowed to pick up drops, but obviously only drops of random people. I'm not going to drop my character my own items, of course. There's going to be trees in the Grand Exchange. Those are fair grabs. Alright, so I have the character through Tutorial Island, so I'll go ahead and show you the map of the location I'm allowed to move around and explain a little bit more about the challenge. Alright, so for the GE only challenge, I'm obviously going to start in the starting zone. Now that is the Grand Exchange. I will be confined here until I have reached a total level of at least 250, which will then unlock the palace. So in the Grand Exchange, I'll only be able to train like fire making, cooking, wood cutting, crafting, and we'll have to get those combined skills to a total of at least 250, and then I can proceed to the palace. In the palace, there are going to be a couple other options to train, mainly melee, because there'll be guards there. Even magic, I'm not sure if I can get magic in the Grand Exchange, we'll have to see. Even the tree farming patch, which will be unlocked at 300 total level, is doable, and the way this is going to work is I'm going to have to use a rake on the farming patch until I get to level 15 for oak trees. And on top of that, there are going to be 2 buyable skills. So to unlock these skills, I will need to pay 10 mil for either my player-owned home or herblore. As you can see, the POH is right outside the palace, so pretty close, and a herblore. Yes, I'm going to have to go and unlock it, but it's just part of the challenge. So I know technically I will have left, but you'll have to forgive me. Alright, that's it guys, so no leaving the Grand Exchange. The goals will be here at the side. We'll display them at the beginning of each episode, just to see where we're at. And a huge shout out to Wing Statue. He was the guy who ended up designing this map for me and helping me out with fleshing out the series. So his Twitter handle will be in the description. Go check him out for sure. And also, the original idea for this was done actually by Bescape already. So he also did this. So if you want to have a look at how he did it, link for his first video will be in the description as well. Alright, let's get started. Okay guys, so I got my brand new account to the Grand Exchange. You can see I literally have 32 total level. Nothing's been progressed. I ran straight here pretty well. And yeah, so we're going to get started. First off, we're going to need to grab some ashes off the ground, since we pretty much liquidated everything in our bank as well. I actually forgot to get rid of our equipment, but that's not a huge deal. So yeah, unfortunately we don't even have enough for an axe really, so we're going to have to pick up some ashes. And we're going to pick up just anything we can find at the Grand Exchange, just to get a couple hundred GP to start with. And then we're going to go ahead and buy an axe and start woodcutting. Alright, so we have a full inventory of ash, and we've sold off a couple extra items we found. Which is going to lead us to have about 1.2k. Our first 1k cash stack, great. So now we're going to go ahead and buy an iron axe, because that's the only one I can equip right now. And, oh my god, these things are expensive. So we'll go for 500, I guess. And, yeah, so for the GE portion of this, before I unlock the palace, all I can cut is a regular tree, so this is going to kind of suck. Alright, there's level 5 woodcutting. Fortunately, once we get out of this GE section, there is an oak tree. So we're probably not going to grind out the wood cutting too much, although we might need it for total levels. Alright, and no logs wasted. Logs are actually worth like 40 each, so actually that's going to add to our cash stack, which is nice. That's about 1,000 coins and logs right there. Not bad. Alright, so apparently guys, there are imps in here. I just saw this imp, so I sped over to the Grand Exchange and bought some rune spells. I've never been this excited to see an imp, because this means once I get my magic to level 4, I'm safe. I can then train it without having to find random encounters like this. Oh, I hope he's still in here. We're going to have to... Maybe we can splash him, but oh my god, he's outside. Ooh, don't run out. That was fine. But yeah, so we're going to be able to level up our magic, actually, because the imps do roam around here a fair amount. So yeah, ideally we'll splash, but hopefully we can just get to level 4 magic and then we'll be safe. Oh my god, I'm like Spark Mac right now. Get the imp. I got level 2 magic. Only 2 more magic levels. Ooh, he's just barely out there. Alright, there's level 3 magic, only one more to go, but I think we're going to kill the imp before we actually get level 4, unfortunately. Alright guys, we're actually going to get 4 magic, so that's exciting, because now I can enchant crossbow bolts, and I can do that right from the Grand Exchange if I have to. I would prefer to get my magic up a little bit more, and ooh, an sold imp head. But yeah, so now I'm safe, I'm free to level up my magic as I will, and as I have the right amount of money, we can enchant opal. Alright, there we go, we've gotten our woodcutting to 15. Still going pretty quickly, but it's going to slow down soon because all we're cutting is fucking trees. So I think we're going to cut the logs in our bank just for some quick fletching levels. We're going to make arrow shafts, but I don't know how much they're actually going to be worth. Alright, 5 fletching off of those. Unfortunately, the arrow shafts are only worth 1 GP each, so it's kind of a waste. Alright, so we cornered an imp in here, and we have enough gear to splash. We went and bought full iron, so we're going to be able to actually get, well, I think the earliest enchant spell there's not the enchant bolt is the level 1 enchant, which should be level 12 or something. It's not very high. Alright, there we go. Our magic is level 7. That is actually enough for the level 1 enchant. I was 100% wrong. So I'm not planning on training my combat up while I'm in the initial zone because it's going to take a while to get it to a high level. But since there's some imps here, I'm definitely going to punch my way maybe to level 10 attack, strength, defense, and range, just because that's a lot of easy free total levels. Whereas the other ones will take a lot longer. So yeah, we'll probably get our combats to 10. Alright, there is level 20 woodcutting, and I do realize I missed this genie random. I was not paying attention, but I really need to be on these, because these are going to give me experience in, I guess, thieving. Because there's a way I could get my thieving up, like, eventually. I don't know if this is going to be possible. Maybe I can splash a man somewhere close. I don't know. But anyway, I should have gotten that anyway to put it in a skill, but I forgot. Alright, and we're putting in a couple of flips. Our first flips, we only had about 5 or 10k to work with because of the logs we've been selling, as well as the ashes. The elemental talisman and the leprechaun has what we're going with. Super cheap items and have a pretty good margin. Okay, so we completely changed the item we're going with. We're going with the ancient stole now. We actually managed to get 3 of these before we even sold our arrow shafts, so that tells you something. So we bought them for about 3k each, and we're going to try selling them for 10k each. Very good margin, and we'll be having 30k if we sell them. Alright, we're back, and the stupid arrow shafts have still not sold, but the ancient stoles did sell for 30k, so about a 20k profit. Extremely good at this cash stack amount. So we finally have a little bit more. We'll go put another offer in for 3, but we'll probably use this money for something. So one thing we want to do is probably use a level 1 enchant on some sapphire rings. That'll give us some easy magic experience, while we can only do about 13 at a time right now. It's actually going to be profitable too, which will be nice. So we're going to have to do 13 at a time, rebuy them. It'll be a pain in the ass, but we'll be able to level up our magic pretty quickly and then get to level 2 enchant. Alright, there we go. There's level 15 magic. Really didn't take too long at all. Going pretty quick. Alright, we have some quick flips coming in. The arrow shafts finally sold off. The ancient stoles we bought for about 3k each and sold them for 9k each once again. Flame Tower hammers we bought for really cheap as well, about 4k. So we got a 12k margin on that, and the Bandos page is only about a 2k margin, but that still leaves us with 75k, which is awesome. There we go, that's 20 magic just from using the level 1 enchant. So we should have a level 2 enchant pretty soon, and then we can actually get some better XP. Alright, 25 magic, only 2 more levels. It's a little click intensive in enchanting these rings of recoil, but luckily we're actually making some money, so we're actually up to about 115k just from enchanting these rings. Alright, and that's going to be the final inventory. That will unlock the level 2 enchant, another spell we can do right from the Grand Exchange, and that's going to increase our XP per hour by about 3 times, which is pretty exciting. One thing I just realized is once I get my magic up to 43, I can use the super heat spell, so I can actually get some smithing experience. That's really exciting. 35 magic just from enchanting these rings of dueling. They're cheaper to buy, better experience, so I'm really happy I got my magic to this level at least. Alright, so while we're training our magic and we'll just generally playing our account, my account, I think I should at least leave some flips in so I know when they're going to come through. Because oftentimes I'll do overnight flipping, but probably just having them in while I'm playing is not a bad idea as well. So we're going to put an offer in for a Guthix robe top for 42k, and we insta-bought it. Well, it's saying it should be able to sell for about 80k, so that's not terrible, I guess. We'll just toss it right back in there for, well, 90k or something. Yeah, look at that. Next up on G Tracker, we are just using the highest margin page. Once again, we filtered down our results for about 100k. What here looks good? Maybe, well, Let's see, rolling pin, that's a good margin. A lot of people traded it this last hour, so that's interesting. Looks like there's actually a 15k difference between the rolling pin, so fuck it, we'll give it a chance. I've never bought this item before, but let's toss in 1 rolling pin, and then we'll put more. Whoa, we gotta believe in the rolling pin, we'll go for 4. We insta-bought the rolling pins as well. Oh boy. Alright, and last up, we're gonna put in an offer for, I think we want the green elegant legs actually. Yeah, G-Tracker is saying the green elegant legs, and we actually instantly bought the rolling pins, so fuck me, right? I don't really know what that means, but we'll try to sell them for 34k, and we'll try buying these for about 30 or 40k. Alright, so we're going to take this opportunity to level up our fletching a little bit. Once we get our fletching to a bit of a higher level, we'll actually be able to profit from our training. Right now we're losing a bit of money, but anyway, there's 10 fletching, just padding our total level pretty well. Another padding of levels, there is 15 cooking, just off shrimps. Again, we're losing a little bit of money here, but we have enough now to kind of, well, spend a little bit to level our skills up. Alright guys, so we have some successful flips coming in. The Gothics rope top we bought for about the 40k mark, so we're getting about 40-50k profit on that. The rolling pins, about a 13k profit on each of those, which is awesome. You saw there I bought the crier bells for 3k and the black headbands for 5k. So another excellent profit on the crier bells. That is an insane margin. We managed to snipe some items for very cheap. So we're left with about 350k, mainly from sniping these clue scroll items that nobody wants. When people dump them, you can sometimes get them for really good prices. Really easy way to build up a stack from nothing. So from now, we're going to actually go ahead and flip some Boots of Darkness. Worked really well in the past, and we can buy 2 sets for about 90k each, and we'll use the rest of the money to train. Alright, there's 25 cooking. We can now cook salmon. Alright, we're on to cooking salmon, and there we go. That is 35 cooking. Nice and quick skill. Now, we could cook tuna at this level, but we might continue on with salmon. No, wait, what am I talking about? We'll get tuna. Like I said earlier, we are going to get our combat levels up just by training on these imps alone. It is very slow, but we would like to get our combat levels up because padding our level will always help. And yeah, so we're going to get 5 attack and strength, I think, for now. Alright, there is level 5 attack. We've also got level 5 strength. Believe it or not, we're actually using strength potions because it increases our max hit by 1. These imps are actually not bad money for the circumstance anyway. I should have done this right away because my inventory is worth almost about 10k, I think. Yeah, 9 to 10k just in bead drops, so that would have been really useful. But anyway, there we go. Alright, so before we head out, we're going to toss in a couple more flips. The Boots of Darkness have not bought yet, but we'll put an offer in for the Dragon Chain Body Ornament Kit. Looks like we may be able to snipe it for around 50k, which would be awesome. Then we can hopefully sell it for 100. I mean, these are the items that really make bank in the early stages of, well, how much money you have anyway. So we'll go ahead and try to buy 2. We'll go for 61k, be a little more reasonable. Alright guys, so we have the final flips coming in for the episode. We have a bunch of imp drops we're just selling in the bottom, all that sold. The final crier bell for 34k, which is a really good margin there. The Boots of Darkness we did end up selling for 134k, and we bought them about 80k. Also we tried to buy some ancient chaps, that didn't end up working out. But all in all, today we managed to grow from nothing to about 455k, which I think is really good for the first episode. On top of that, we ended up getting our total level to 145, so only about 100 more total levels, and we can unlock the palace. And yeah, that's about it guys, so I really hope you enjoyed this series. If you did, or are really excited for the future of it, please leave the video a like. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for watching guys. I will see you guys in episode number 2.